It's at school, of course, where the pushers first establish themselves, and those who push the hardest are often labelled as swats. A young boy's view of swats from Newcastle.
Well, some of them are show-offs and some of them are not. For instance, my brother, he's a real show-off.
And he's a swat as well, is he?
Yes.
And what do you say to him?
He said, I say, stop boasting and you won't be top next to him.
Does he make you feel jealous?
Bit.
Do you wish you could be top?
Yes.
Would you be a swat and get to the top?
Yes.
Some boys and girls find it very difficult to get down to it in school, especially if they're two girlfriends with a common weakness.
Maya and I are always giggling.
What do you giggle about?
All sorts of things.
What makes you giggle?
I don't know.
Can't you control it when you start to giggle?
No.
Well, however, you got to learn anything if you giggle like this all the time.
Well, I don't really all of the time, but I sometimes do.
And when the teacher hits you, does that stop the giggling?
No.
It just goes on, does it?
No, because Mrs. Rome doesn't hit us. I was giggling in class before.
Do you giggle at home?
Yes, sometimes.
You just can't help it.
No.
A few of us had the honour to be top of the class when we were at school, so what does it feel like to be there? In the past, this Newcastle boy had top marks in all subjects and was currently top of his form. Did he like school?
Well, not very much.
Why not?
Well, I think I get too much work and get too many sums and that.
Can't you keep up with it?
I can keep up with it, but I just don't like it.
How old are you?
10?
Have you always not liked school?
Yes.
What, right from your first day?
Yes.
Can you remember your first day?
Yes.
What happened?
I cried all in the morning.
Did you?
Yes.
Why did you cry?
I don't know, I just hadn't been in a place before. I wanted out.
But you couldn't get out, could you?
No, not until dinner time.
When do you like it?
Well, Fridays and that.
Friday's the last day of the week. Is this why you like it?
Well, I like it because we do nothing in the afternoons or anything. We don't do much in the morning.
Do you think school's best when you're not doing very much?
Well, it's okay when you're doing some work, but not too much.
What do you think schools are for?
To learn and get you more learning and get you a good job, a better job. And get you enough money to live on.
So you'll have to keep going to school, won't you?
Yes.
Well, don't you think you'll ever like it?
Well, I might, when I leave school, I might be sorry that I'm starting work or anything, but I don't know.
What would you do with all schools if you had your own way?
I'd just make them give you less work, because sometimes we'll have to do 20 to 30 sums a day or anything, and we'll have to keep carrying on till playtime. I'd like to come to school sometimes, but...
Not very often?
Not very often, maybe twice or 3 times a week.
Do you think that would be enough?
Yes.
But what would you do the rest of the week?
Just play about.
Are you unhappy at school?
No.
But you just don't like it?
Mm-hmm.
He just didn't like it. I came across a similar complaint at a children's hospital in Leeds, where a boy was telling me about the food they served up.
I don't like it because I found a slug on my lettuce.
A slug on your lettuce?
Yes. And a wasp in my trifle.
Really?
Yes.
Did you tell the nurse about this?
Yes.
What did she say?
She said you often find slugs on lettuce, and she took my trifle away and gave me another one.
Oh, so you got another one?
Yes.
Well, that wasn't so bad, was it?
No.
And have you found any more slugs?
No, I find insects on my cabbage.
Do you really?
Yes.
Why do you think this is?
I don't know. I don't think they clean food right.
Have you told them this?
Yeah. And they just say, they're not.
What sort of food would you like to have?
Fish and chips.
In this hospital, visitors are allowed every day, and when you're in an isolation ward and you're only 6 years old, it means a lot to have your mummy and daddy coming in regularly.
They'll never miss a day.
What if they did miss a day? How would you feel?
I'd cry my eyes out.
Would you?
Yeah.
Do you miss your mummy and daddy?
She says I miss their little cuddles.
She misses your little cuddles. You give your mummy cuddles, do you?
Yeah, on Saturdays when we don't go to school.
You stay close by your mummy then, do you? Do you wish your mummy could come and stay with you longer in hospital?
I wish they stopped until 10 o'clock.
But you'd be fast asleep before then, wouldn't you?
On Saturday, what's shocking? Thunder and lightning.
The thunder and lightning? And you were here on your own?
Yeah. And I screamed.
Did you?
And there was a nurse at the door.
There was a nurse at the door?
Just coming up.
What did she say?
All right, John.
Is the thunder and lightning worse when you're in hospital than at home?
In hospital.
Why?
Because there ain't no curtains up.
Things are always better at home. But when we're there, how much do we appreciate our mums? In Manchester, I asked one girl whether she liked the clothes her mummy wore.
Well, I don't really, because they're too plain and they haven't got any patterns on. When I grow up, I want to wear more colourful things, because my mother just wears horrible plain things, and I don't really like them. My father, I can't tell whether he's got a navy blue suit on or a black suit, because I don't pay the slightest attention to what he's wearing, and I can't even tell if my sister or my mother or my father has been to the hairdresser.
You're not interested?
No, not the slightest bit.
What about grown-ups' hairstyles?
Well, I think my mother spends too much on the hairstyle. She's got her hair dyed blue, and she just goes near every week to get it done more bluer. And she just won't stop. I keep telling her that her hair's blue enough, but she just won't stop. Some are very nice, the flat ones, but some are ridiculous. They've got them about 5 feet high on the top of their head, and it looks absolutely ridiculous. Some of them are very nice, but some, they dye them pink and grey, and I think it's silly. You've got hair of your own colour and you should keep it that way. Women's hairstyles, they're flat, tall, wide. There are lots of people, they spend too much. 21 and 6 for just a perm. And all they can do, come home, green hair. Ugh.
It's at weddings that grown-ups go the whole hog at dressing up, and it's a great get-together for them. But to this Nottingham boy, the prospect wasn't very exciting. So why did he go?
Because my mummy wanted to go, my daddy wanted to go, but I didn't. So I had to go.
You had to go?
Yes.
Why did you not want to go?
Well, I don't like weddings because they're sissies.
Are they?
Yes.
How do you mean sissies?
Well, I just don't like them. And there's too many ladies there.
Well, what happened when you got to this wedding? What did you feel like?
I like the food best.
How do you mean that there were too many women?
I don't know how to explain it. Well, there was too many ladies, and there was only about 10 men, and there was about 30 women. There was always chattering, and they never stopped chattering. And there was too much noise with them.
All the time?
Yes, they never stopped.
Well, what were they chattering about, do you think?
Chatting about weddings, babies, and all that.
Well, what about yourself? Will you get married one day?
No.
You won't?
No.
Why not?
I don't want to.
Well, if you don't get married, what will you be called then? What will you be?
Millionaire. Might be.
You might be a millionaire.
Might be.
Why might you be a millionaire?
I'm going to get a good job, that's why.
The first testing time in a marriage comes at the honeymoon stage, but there's some confusion over what a honeymoon is for.
To get used to each other.
What does that mean?
So they can get used to each other and to know each other a lot before they get married. Because when they get married, they might fall out or anything, and then the man might get engaged and the lady might get engaged.
But the honeymoon comes first, before they get married.
Yes, I think so. Or it can come after.
Well, who decides whether it's before or after?
Well, they could have a row over that, couldn't they?